Hello, everyone. Today I have an amazing story for you. It's not just for your listening practice, but also to inspire you. The story is called Nothing is Free, and it will show you that hard work and determination can change lives. One summer morning, a young man named David walked into a small town. He was new here, and he wanted to find work and start his life again. David had little money in his pocket, only enough for one simple meal. He looked around and saw a bakery with fresh bread on display. Smell was warm and sweet, and his empty stomach growled. He stepped inside and asked the shopkeeper, "Sir, how much is one loaf of bread?" The shopkeeper smiled and said, "It is $1." Young man, David searched his pockets and found only 70 cents. He looked sad and said, "I only have this much. Can you please give me bread? I will pay you tomorrow." The shopkeeper shook his head kindly and said, "My son, nothing in life is free. Even bread has a price." David walked out slowly, feeling hungry and disappointed. He sat on a bench and thought about the words he had just heard. Nothing is free. What does that really mean? He asked himself. At that moment, an old man passed by carrying heavy bags. The man was struggling to walk. David quickly stood up and said, "Sir, may I help you with those bags?" The old man smiled with relief and said, "Thank you, my boy." David carried the heavy bags all the way to the man's small house at the end of the street. When they arrived, the old man went inside and brought out a plate of food. He placed it in front of David and said, "You helped me when I was weak. Now I will feed you." David's eyes widened with joy. The bread was warm. The soup was hot. He ate slowly and thought deeply. Nothing is free. He said to himself again, even kindness has a price. The price is effort and care. He realized that the shopkeeper was not being cruel. He was teaching a lesson. If you want something in life, you must give something in return. It may be money, it may be hard work, it may be respect, or even love. David smiled as he finished the meal. He felt stronger inside, not just in his body but in his heart. He thanked the old man and promised to help him again tomorrow. The old man nodded and said, "Remember, young man, everything in life has value. Nothing is free." David walked away with new energy and new thoughts about life. As he walked through the streets of the small town, he noticed many people busy with their work. One man was sweeping the road. Another was building a wall. A woman was selling fruits at the corner. David saw their faces. They looked tired, but also proud. He thought these people understand the truth. They know that nothing is free. They give their time and their energy every day. And in return, they earn food, they earn shelter, they earn respect. David said to himself, "If I want to live a good life, I must do the same." David continued walking through the streets of the small town. His heart was full of new hope, but his pockets were still empty. He asked himself, "What can I give? What can I do to earn my place here?" Soon he saw a farmer struggling with a broken cart wheel. The farmer looked worried because the wheel was heavy and he could not lift it alone. David ran to him and said, "Sir, let me help you together. We can fix this wheel." The farmer looked surprised but agreed. Both of them pushed the wheel with all their strength until it finally fit back in place. The farmer smiled and said, "Young man, you saved me from a big problem." He handed David 2 fresh apples from his basket. David held the apples in his hands. They were red and shiny. He thought again, "Nothing is free. I gave my strength and I received food." Later that evening, David found a quiet place under a tree. He ate one apple slowly and kept the other for tomorrow. As the sun went down, he looked up at the sky filled with orange and pink colors. He whispered to himself, "Life is like this sky, beautiful, but also changing. Nothing stays forever. Nothing is free." The next morning, David woke up early. He decided not to wait for luck to come to him. Instead, he would go out and search for work. He knocked on doors and asked shopkeepers, "Do you need help today?" Some said no, some said maybe come later, but one kind tailor said yes. "I need someone to carry cloth and sweep the floor." David agreed at once. The work was not easy. He carried heavy rolls of cloth all day. His arms hurt and his back felt tired, but in the evening the tailor gave him his first coin. It was not much, but it was his first honest earning in the new town. David held the coin tightly in his hand and smiled. He remembered the bakery, he thought. Tomorrow I can finally buy bread with my own money. His heart felt light. His stomach was still hungry, but his soul was full of strength. He realized something important. Hunger can hurt the body, but laziness can destroy the soul. That night, David slept peacefully for the first time since he arrived in the town.